According to the deep research in the beginning, there was only Earth, a vibrant, untouched sphere of blue and green, spinning silently in the vastness of space. For billions of years, it was a world of raw, untamed beauty, a planet sculpted by fire and ice, wind and water. Vast oceans, teeming with life we can only imagine, churned under dramatic skies. Mighty rivers carved their paths through ancient landscapes, their waters pure and clear. Volcanoes erupted, painting the heavens with ash and fire, creating new land from the molten heart of the planet. Glaciers, like colossal rivers of ice, crept across continents, shaping mountains and valleys with their immense power. This was a world of giants. Dense, primordial forests stretched as far as the eye could see, their canopies a sea of green, untouched by any hand but nature's. And in this prehistoric world, titans walked the earth. Dinosaurs, magnificent and terrifying, ruled this kingdom for millions of years. From the colossal herbivores grazing in fern-covered plains to the fearsome predators stalking through ancient jungles, they were the undisputed masters of a world without humans. The air was thick with the calls of strange birds and the hum of insects. Larger than any we know today, it was a world of pure, unadulterated nature, majestic and slow, breathing in a rhythm of its own. Every sunrise painted a masterpiece across a sky free of smoke. Every sunset a fiery farewell to another day and a world that knew nothing of us. Then, a change began, a subtle shift in the grand tapestry of life. Out of the savannas of Africa, a new creature emerged, frail in comparison to the giants that came before, yet possessing a spark of something extraordinary: consciousness. Early humans appeared. For millennia, they were just another part of the ecosystem, living in small, nomadic tribes, their lives dictated by the seasons and the hunt. They sought shelter in caves, and on those stone walls, they left the first echoes of our story. Paintings of bison, deer, and the hands that created them, the first art, the first attempt to capture the world and their place in it. Then came a breakthrough that would forever alter our destiny: fire. It provided warmth against the cold, light against the darkness, and a way to cook food, unlocking new energy for a rapidly developing brain. With fire came community, gathering around the flames to share stories and strengthen bonds. They crafted tools from stone and bone, each innovation a small step on a long journey. Slowly, these hunter-gatherers began to settle. They learned to cultivate the land, planting seeds and waiting for the harvest. This was the dawn of agriculture. Small villages began to form, clusters of simple huts replacing temporary shelters. The wild earth was slowly, almost imperceptibly, being reshaped. The first seeds of civilization were sown, not just in the soil, but in the human mind. The world would never be the same again. From these humble villages, something grand began to rise. The human experiment exploded into a kaleidoscope of cultures and civilizations. All across the globe, cities emerged from the dust. In the Fertile Crescent, along the banks of the Nile, the Indus, and the Yellow River, great societies took root. They built monuments that defied time itself. The pyramids of Giza, pointing to the heavens, a testament to a belief in eternity. Majestic temples in Greece and Rome, dedicated to gods and goddesses who governed their lives. Intricate cities carved into the jungles of Central America. A network of roads began to spread like veins across the land, connecting these burgeoning centers of power and trade. Empires rose and fell, their borders shifting like sand dunes in the wind. From the legions of Rome to the dynasties of China, humanity's ambition knew no bounds. We learned to write, to record our history, our laws, our poetry. We studied the stars, mapping the cosmos with astonishing accuracy. Day and night cycled over cities that grew ever larger, their lights beginning to dot the darkness. Each civilization was a unique thread in a complex human story, a story of innovation, conquest, art, and belief. The once wild planet was now becoming a mosaic of human ingenuity and power. Then, a new fire was kindled, not of wood, but of coal. The Industrial Revolution. It began as a whisper in the workshops of Britain and quickly became a roar that echoed across the world. Factories, like new iron volcanoes, sprouted from the landscape, their smokestacks billowing plumes of gray into the sky. The rhythmic clatter of machines became the new heartbeat of progress. Railways, like iron serpents, cut across continents, shrinking distances and connecting markets in ways never before imagined. Cities swelled at an unprecedented rate, drawing millions from the countryside with the promise of work and a new life. London, New York, Tokyo, they became sprawling metropolises, testaments to human industry. But this rapid expansion came at a cost. Forests that had stood for millennia were cleared for fuel and timber. Rivers that once ran clear turned dark with industrial waste. The very air we breathed began to change. The slow, patient rhythm of the past was replaced by a frantic, relentless pace. The earth, once a pristine wilderness, was now being fundamentally and visibly transformed by the insatiable appetite of our own creation. This acceleration continued, rocketing us into the modern world. The 20th century dawned, and with it, a technological explosion. The sky, once the sole domain of birds, was now crisscrossed by the contrails of airplanes. We built higher and higher, our ambition materializing into towers of glass and steel that scraped the clouds. Skyscrapers became the new mountains, defining the skylines of our global cities. A web of highways wrapped around the planet, cars and trucks flowing like blood cells through the arteries of a globalized economy. We even slipped the bonds of Earth itself. Satellites were launched into orbit, a glittering constellation of human technology, beaming information across the globe in an instant. The world became smaller, more connected. At night, from space, our presence is undeniable. A breathtaking network of lights, tracing the outlines of continents, a clearer and brilliant testament to our global dominance. Our cities are crowded, vibrant hubs of culture and innovation, but they are also centers of immense consumption. This accelerated time-lapse shows a world humming with human activity, a planet completely and utterly transformed by a single species. But the cinematic story of our planet does not end with our triumph. The very engine of our progress has created a profound and alarming impact. The smoke from our factories, the exhaust from our cars, the relentless clearing of our forests, it has all had consequences. We now see a planet in distress. The dramatic, emotional score swells as we witness the effects of climate change. We see the great ice sheets of the Arctic and Antarctica, which have been stable for thousands of years, melting at an alarming rate. Glaciers, those ancient rivers of ice, are retreating and disappearing, and with them, a vital source of fresh water. The oceans, which absorb much of the heat and carbon dioxide we produce, are rising, threatening coastal cities and communities around the world. We see vast swaths of the Amazon, the lungs of our planet, burning or being cleared for agriculture, pushing countless species towards extinction. The vibrant coral reefs, those underwater cities of life, are bleaching and dying in warmer, more acidic seas. Pollution chokes our rivers and fills our oceans with plastic. The images are stark and emotional, a lone polar bear on a shrinking ice floe, skeletal trees in a barren landscape, floods and superstorms of increasing intensity. This is not a distant future. It is our present reality. The epic scale of our growth has created an epic scale problem. We are at a critical juncture in our planet's story, a turning point written not by nature, but by us. And so, we stand at a crossroads, gazing into the future. Our story is not yet over, and the final chapter is unwritten. To parallel visions emerge, to possible paths for humanity and for Earth. One path leads to a sustainable future. Imagine cities transformed, infused with nature. Green rooftops, vertical farms, and clean, efficient public transport. The hum of machines is replaced by the quiet efficiency of renewable energy, gleaming solar panels stretching across deserts, elegant wind turbines turning gracefully in the breeze. We see massive reforestation projects, the Amazon and other vital ecosystems beginning to heal and thrive once more. The oceans are clean, marine life returns, and the planet's vital signs begin to stabilize. In this future, technology and nature exist in harmony. Humanity has used its ingenuity not for conquest, but for stewardship, becoming a responsible guardian of its only home. But there is another, darker path, a dystopian future where we failed to act. We see our great cities abandoned, crumbling into ruin. Skyscrapers stand as hollowed-out skeletons, overgrown with vines. Nature slowly reclaiming what was once hers. The consequences of our inaction are all around. Flooded coastlines, barren wastelands where farms once flourished, an environment hostile to human life. It is a world of scarcity and survival, a haunting echo of a civilization that had so much and lost it all. The choice is ours. The story of Earth, from its wild beginnings to our complex present, has led to this moment. The next scene in this epic time-lapse depends entirely on the decisions we make today. Will we write a future of restoration and hope, or one of ruin and regret? The camera pulls back, showing our beautiful, fragile Earth spinning in the darkness, waiting for our answer. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that explores our world and our place in it.